Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the theatre.
Welcome.
Welcome back to the theatre. Settle down in these nice red seats that we have. Welcome
I
to
know.
Uncensored Radio's assigned seating. It's been a little while since we've gotten together, but it's always nice to
Since we
always,
got together.
always.
You and
No,
me.
oh yeah, in person it's been a while, V. It's been a while.
I do like
It's
that
all,
new opening credit with the film
it's very
sound.
nice.
Very
It's very
nice. Good
AMC,
job,
very
Steve.
AMC, isn't it? Very AMC.
It is very AMC. The only thing missing is Nicole.
I know. Nicole Kidman. Nicole. Dreams of real in a place like this. God love you, Nicole. But yes, as you can see, it's only Vig and I today. We're keeping things nice and intimate. Everyone else seems to have disappeared off the face of the earth, for some reason. But you can always rely on me and V. Isn't that right, V? Always rely on us. We're here to make sure that people have a show.
Blue ribbon stock. That's us.
We're professionals.
Well, I would just like to take this moment to get my fat bitch on, if I could borrow a phrase.
Okay.
I wanted to talk about the Oscars, but I was voted down, and all the people who voted me down are not on.
Correct. We can have a little.
We're all prepared for a wholly different show, and it's just you and me.
That's okay. We can have a little Oscars talk. It was a bit of a feel good Oscars this year, wasn't it?
It was lovely. I enjoyed it a lot. I didn't have any bad feelings. I just unplugged my light. Sorry. I didn't have any bad feelings about Angela Bassett not winning. I thought that, that wasn't a bad thing.
It's not like she didn't win. She just didn't win the Oscar. She won a lot of other awards. You know what I mean? Throughout the season.
Was the first human nominated from a Marvel film.
Right,
Come on. Talk about breaking a glass ceiling.
I think we all just have to realize
film has won anything.
Yeah, we all just have to realize that not everyone can win because of goodwill all the time.
Right.
And people people are upset that Austin Butler didn't win either. It's like, well, sometimes you don't win. Sometimes you don't win. It's
Austin
just that
Butler
way.
Was amazing. He really was. I got to give it to him. The kid was kick ass. But he's young. He's pretty. Hollywood's going to be adoring him for a lot of years. Brendan Fraser got Me Too'd blacklisted right out of the business, and as mumbling and inarticulate as his speech was, he did give you the feels,
Yeah. Between him, Michelle Yeoh, and Jamie Lee Curtis, the feels were high, I believe.
Yes, the feels were pretty high. I mean,
feels are pretty high.
He won. I can't even say his name. Kiwi. The guy who won Best Supporting Actor from everything.
Short round.
Had me bawling. I mean, he was one of the first awards, and he's like, "Mom, I won the Oscar," and I'm like, "Oh my god."
He's had it. Yeah, he's had an amazing career resurgence, and everyone's like, "Oh, isn't it feel good?" But you've also got to realize that this is the industry that wouldn't hire him for 30 plus years. It's like, I think we disappear up our own ass a little while for the Oscars and go, aren't we good for recognizing these people? It's like you were also in the industry that wouldn't hire them.
And again, getting my own fat bitch on. For all the inclusion that they were working on, not a lot of Hispanics in that crowd.
No.
No.
But look, there's always going to be someone. There's always going to be someone underrepresented, right? Patty Jenkins wasn't happy with the lack of female directors. It's just not everyone can win. Not everyone can be represented. That's the whole point of awards, right?
Well, at the end of the day, it's a popularity contest,
right?
So there were several popular kids. Only one of them
doesn't mean
statue.
Doesn't mean anyone's efforts is any less than or any better than. You know what I mean? I've always had a soft spot for Jamie Lee Curtis, so her award win was very nice, and I love she has changed her mind in recent years about the movies that gave her her career, and that she celebrated her
She doesn't
movies.
want to
She doesn't.
distance herself from. And
No,
same with Brendan Fraser. He spent so many years trying to distance himself from Encino Man, and it was an Encino Man party.
Exactly, and then I really liked the end of Jamie Lee's speech where she said, "My mum and my dad were both nominated for an Oscar, but I won one." That was nice. I was like, "Oh, she'd be so proud." She'd be so proud.
And Michelle Yeoh, you're never too old.
Yeah, exactly. So Oscars, pretty feel good. No huge upsets. No one got slapped. It was all good.
No, it was
nice. All good. But today, because we're talking movies, we're in the movie theater. We're gonna go back a ways now. Oh my God, I feel
quite
so
a ways.
I feel old.
I gotta say, yeah, I feel old. When this movie first came up, I thought, we're gonna dig that one out of mothballs. And as I was rewatching it today, I'm like, it's really sad to say, but this is still relevant.
Exactly. And for those of you that don't know, we're finally getting to the point. Today's assigned seating. We are sitting down and rewatching 1995's To Wong Foo. Thanks for Everything, Julie Newmar. Possibly one of the longest titles in movie history. That's okay.
Right?
That's all good.
It's like
so, of course,
just put To Wong
Foo. Exactly. Starring Patrick Swayze, Wesley Snipes, and John Leguizamo. Now, this... All right. Let's bite the bullet. Let's talk about it right now. This is a movie. This is a movie of its time.
Yes.
It was made in 1995.
Yes.
So if you are easily upset or triggered by language and humor of that time, this is not the movie for you. It is a strongly, and even you watch it now and it's become a satire almost. You know what I mean? Like, but it was a comedy, and now it's become this like satirical look at America today. Oh, she's fixed it.
Yeah. And the language, I mean, there are some moments where the language is a little cringy, but still, it's still relevant. It really is.
Exactly. And we have talked about this before. Lot of
other stuff.
Yeah, we've talked about this before. Like, you and I especially talk about giving art its time and having to think about it in context of when it was created. Movies like this and like Priscilla, Queen of the Desert were made so that we could have the Call Me By Your Names and the Brokeback Mountains and the stuff. So the people that were, of age at this time and out there fighting for the rights of gay people, of transgender people, of drag queens, of, any sexuality other than cis white males are the reason that you can walk down the streets in some places holding hands with your partner. And you can get married.
And you can, and men can wear pearls and heels and eyeliner, and nobody cares. Well, mostly nobody cares.
Mostly nobody cares. We have to look at it in context is a big thing for this movie. And I think any movie you have to look at it. But the one thing that I have to say about this movie is I forgot how much fun this movie is and how heartwarming. It's a sweet movie.
It's a feel-good movie.
Given that it is a movie based on, prejudice and bigotry, it hits you right there. These ones here, you're like,
well, it hits you right there because love wins in the end.
So, it's nice to see. Yeah, it is nice to see love winning. So, do you know who we have to thank for this movie?
It's a Spielberg feature.
It is a Spielberg feature. So originally, it was intended to be a stage play. And it was inspired by an anti-gay propaganda film called The Gay Agenda. And someone
I
thought, oh,
thought it
this
was
one.
inspired by Priscilla, Queen of the Desert.
Well, that's arguable because Priscilla did come a year before, but they would have been in production at the same time. So,
Oh.
it's like, yeah.
I always thought it was the American answer to Priscilla, Queen of the Desert.
Well, that's the way it's looked at, especially over here. Everyone's like, oh, because Australia holds Priscilla so close to our hearts. So we're like,
Priscilla's
we
also
love
a
Priscilla.
great movie. And you really can't mention To Wong Foo without mentioning Priscilla.
Of course. But yeah, so it's a Spielberg movie. So Spielberg loved the scripts. And one person pushed it into production on a plane ride. And we have that one person is the dearly departed Robin Williams, who did a cold reading for Spielberg of the script while on a plane. He was mesmerized, apparently. And he offered Robin whatever role he wanted, and Robin just took his small little role that he has, his small but effective role, and let other people shine. And I've got to say, these guys did pretty damn well. Like,
they did.
Let's look at our queens. Of course, we have the dearly departed Patrick Swayze as Miss Vita Boheme. Wesley Snipes. I always to this day can't deal with the fact that he's Wesley Snipes as Noxeema Jackson.
And that I love more in retrospect than I did appreciate at the time. That Wesley got a basketball scene.
Yeah, I know, right? And It Kid of the 90s, John Leguizamo as Chichi Rodriguez, who this role was specifically written for him. Wasn't apparently originally in the script.
Stage character that he did. I don't think it was named Chichi Rodriguez, but he did a whole comedy special, like an hour-long special where he was in drag, talking as a Puerto Rican drag queen.
So
it was pretty impressive.
And look, I think they are. No, there's not a weak link. Actually, this whole cast, there's not a weak link in the whole cast. There are some names and faces here. Shut up! I forgot about you.
Exactly.
Shut up! I forgot about you.
Like I was saying earlier, I don't know if I said it on air or not. We're in the middle of a blizzard. It's been snowing for 24 hours here. And nurses don't usually get the day off, but they shut down all the county roads. So the clinic got closed at 12:30. And by the time I finished what I was doing, it was 1:30 by the time I got home. But we won't talk about that. Anyway, I figured, well, since I'm home early, I could refresh my Priscilla Queen of the Desert memories. And then I kept going, oh yeah.
To Wong Foo, Vera, not Priscilla. Get it right.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, smash my hand.
But yeah, it's a nice little view. I settled in late last night with it. Was like, oh, I feel settled. So yeah, these three lovely ladies are competing in the Miss Drag Queen of America pageant. Now, if you didn't get what kind of movie this was going to be, I have 2 words or 1 sentence for you. RuPaul as a drag queen named Rachel Tension in the Confederate flag. What is that? I love it.
Beautiful. That is such a moment.
And people tried to come for Ru for this year.
Oh, fuck.
They're like, you're wearing a Confederate flag, but I'm like, it's a comedy. Her name is
irony.
Her name is Rachel Tension.
Than anything Alanis Morissette wrote.
Oh, Rachel Tension gets me every time. I live for it. So, of course, Noxeema and Vida win. They are joint winners. First time ever joint winners. But as they are going to head to the bright lights of California, they get distracted by very sad, poor little bit. And one of my favorite parts of the movie, little Latin boy in drag. Why are you crying? Ask her why she's crying. It's just
I
so
agree.
good. So poor Chi Rodriguez has, I guess, ambitions beyond her ability at the moment. She's a boy in a dress, as they call her at the moment. Now that is mm, I know, people. We know,
It's a little
we get
cringy,
it.
yeah,
It's cringy, and look, the definitions and the terminology they use for trans people, and all that is a little bit. Oh, but
I had this discussion with my niece once when I inadvertently referred to somebody as a tranny. And she got, oh, and I'm like, I'm
you can't say that.
sorry. In my day, that was the chosen term.
Yeah, in my day when we were fighting for that term to even be in the lexicon and make it,
Right.
not a horrible word, it was acceptable and it was funny, and that's what the culture used as opposed to people being offended on, the LGBTQ plus community's behalf,
Right.
over a word.
But
words are words, and they have the power you give them.
Exactly. I say this all the time. It's like you can call someone sweetheart and mean it as an insult.
Bless your heart.
And you can call someone a shithead and mean it affectionately.
Exactly.
It's about intention. Certainly this movie's intention was always correct, even though the words are difficult in our modern day.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. So they take Chi-Chi on as their protege, as their project, and they decide that they're going to take Chi-Chi with them to California.
Well, Vita decides.
Noxie not so much.
Wasn't behind it until the end.
Noxie not so much. But they have to figure out a way of getting there, and this is where we meet Robin Williams.
Yes.
As John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt.
I love that name. I had forgotten that completely.
I know. His name is my name too. Wesley Snipes just delivers like these tiny, tiny little lines, and that I forgot about, and he cracks me up. And this is Birdcage Robin Williams. This is, Robin always did the flamboyant well. Robin was Robin could anything Robin turned his hand to, he could do, and make it through comedy an effective satire, a way of relating and softening things. And he did it.
What he did with Genie. They stopped scripting him and just let him go wild.
This tiny scene. He is heartwarming. He is just everything. It makes me miss Robin Williams. I'm like, oh.
I miss Robin Williams. Of all the stars that have been in memoriam in my lifetime, he's one of the favorites.
He's a big one. So they cashed their plane tickets in. They were going to go by bus. They were going to go by train, but no.
Nope. They decided to rent.
They did. They decided to go and find a 1967 Cadillac DeVille because they had to make the choice of style or substance.
I know. It was a great
huge surprise what the Queen's take. Now they do have a very important fourth passenger. From the wall of the restaurant, they take the picture.
Oh, I didn't know where you were going. I'm sorry.
Of one Miss Julie Newmar as their patron saint, right? Julie Newmar is the statuesque. we as Vita says, the statuesque goddess that is guiding them on this quest, overseeing them, and it's all very. I love it. There's so much in this movie that it's farcical, but it has a heart and it does it in the right way.
Oh, it has so much heart. I mean,
it has so much heart.
The friendship between Vita and
we're gonna get there. I love it. But
oh my god,
we get to see other parts of them as well, especially when we go to Venus hometown, and we go past her parents' house. Like,
Yep.
again, another great Wesley Snipes. Oh, there is going to be a barbecue at Twin Oaks tonight. Like,
12 Oaks, yeah.
12 Oaks tonight. It's not fun. I got my Gone with the Ring reference wrong here. Oh my god! I've seen that movie
Me
I know.
and Gone with the Wind, okay?
I have seen that movie 900,000 times as well. I can't believe I got it wrong.
I had a Gone with the Wind beach towel.
Oh, wow. That is passion. So we get to see that, despite their outward appearance and, confidence, that there is a little bit of, darkness / sadness in their own story, which is very much the story of the community at the time. What I do give this movie is it doesn't dwell in it, and it's people will go, well, that's not reality. Not everything has to be factually based for it to have some kind of story / message. You know what I mean?
What is reality?
Exactly. One person's reality isn't someone else's. So it doesn't have to be this dark, depressing story to teach us something.
Right.
Now, I can't. Every time we run into Sheriff Dullard, I can't. It's just so good. So, of course, because it's a road movie, the ladies run into a little bit of trouble when they are pulled over. Vita realizes that there might be a slight problem because the name on her license is Eugene. Eugene. This is where we meet Sheriff Dullard, who you could talk for an hour on this character alone. There is some weird repression / I don't know what is going on with here. So he does try to assault Miss Vita, and when he gets when he throws her on the
he actually fondled her.
Yes, he said she did say no several times there, folks.
Yep.
And then Patrick Swayze delivers the "Get your hand up my dick, buddy."
Yep, there it is.
And knocks him out. Now the ladies think that they have actually killed Sheriff Dullard as they drive off into the night. So they do what any sensible queen would do. They pull over and have a costume change. But
of course.
they go overnight. They find their hotel, and they're worried because they're in the middle of the country, and that's not necessarily the most accepting and safe area for queens, even to this day, as we are finding out.
Even more so.
Even more so. The reception they get at the hotel, though, is one of welcome, and they're a bit bewildered. The rest of your parties are here. It is a female basketballers convention that has hit the hotel, and we get our Wesley Snipes basketball scene.
Yeah,
it is great when he sings the bass. He's like, "Woo!" and kicks his leg up and stuff.
And the rainbow gear he's wearing.
Rainbow. It's like, and the nails and everything.
Right.
For someone who is, especially after this movie, historically not so, I guess you would say, community supportive, he nailed this.
Yeah, he did.
He nailed it. And that proves to me that he is a great actor, because this is not Wesley Snipes,
Right.
This is not the Wesley Snipes we know. This is a good act.
Probably, in his body of work, probably the biggest stretch and the most genuine.
But
delivery.
Also genuine. That's what I was going to say. Genuine as well. It wasn't a caricature. It was.
I mean, really, he didn't need to distance himself from this film. It's among his better roles.
Especially when you think of how easy it would have been for him to go stereotypically over the top. Mm-hmm. He is probably right in the middle there in the Kinsey drag queen scale, I guess.
Right.
He's not flaming, but he is like he embraces the Noxzema Jackson. The Noxzema Jackson.
Yes.
And there's another great Noxy line coming up, which we'll talk about in a minute. But the girls are on the run. Their car breaks down, and they have to get to Snydersville. Now, Snydersville is every small town in America,
Yeah.
right? One street, dead businesses, aging population. It's just not there. And the townsfolk of Snydersville are just well and truly amused / bemused by. Now, there are some fantastic character actors in here that have been in a lot of stuff, but I forgot that Blythe Danner was in this movie.
I forgot that Blythe Danner was in this movie. I thought she did an amazing job.
She is amazing. Anything that she does, I love. When she's on Will and Grace as Marion, Will's mum, she's the archetypal, stereotypical white wasp. It's just like, you are amazing, and you can believe her. She's not.
Yeah.
I feel like no offense, she's a better actress than her daughter.
Oh God, yes.
Like Blythe just sinks into that role, and like, I believe you grew up there, darling. You are of the people, for the people, and she's always got just that little air of the bitch to her. She's like the town gossip in this movie, and I enjoy it. And, don't listen. She can't hear nothing. It's like, oh, that's offensive, but that's offensive, but it's okay. We'll roll with it.
Right.
We will roll with it. But for me, probably after the ladies, my favorite person in this movie is Miss Stockard Channing.
Yeah,
she's
and
so good in this movie.
Amazing performances.
Right, she's so
Channing
good.
Doesn't ever turn in a bad one.
I haven't ever seen her do anything bad either.
Yeah. Stage trained.
So, this stage trained actress. Look, I mean, there's a reason why she was 30 in Greece, man. She's
right.
She knows her business. So young Bobby Ray has brought them into town, and Stockard Channing, Carol Ann, runs the hotel. I guess hotel. It says on the side, and her husband Virgil is the town mechanic now. I think even from the very beginning, we don't see Virgil, but we can tell Virgil is,
dickhead.
Probably not the most modern man, and a bit more, Yeah, less said about Virgil the better, because he does represent a big swath of America. So they realize that they are stuck. They're stuck in Snydersville for the weekend. Now, this was 1995. I don't know how quickly they expected to get car parts back in 1995. But
we didn't have Amazon for sure.
Exactly.
There was no 24-hour delivery.
Right. Yeah. So
I actually, in hindsight, wonder, God, how did they get it there in a weekend?
Exactly. How'd they get there in the weekend, especially for an old car? Like,
right.
Someone obviously, it's Middle America. Someone had something somewhere stashed away, so they have to ingrain themselves in this small town. Now, Chi Chi is typical Chi Chi and thinks that she can get through her days by flirting with the boys, but these are a different breed of boy, and
Miss Chi Chi gets herself in trouble.
It's just menacing. Let's not pretend it wasn't. It was an intense moment, and something that I think if you were growing up in that time, you can relate to that feeling of going, am I safe?
It's so funny that you bring this up, Stephen. I was so triggered when I saw this in theaters in 1995. That moment triggered me a lot. And I was just like, and watching it at home 30 years later, I'm just like, oh, It's
Yeah.
okay. I've seen
It's
so much
okay.
worse
Yeah.
since then.
But anyone that has been the subject of bullying and that has been the other,
Right.
can relate to that. And it makes me go, ooh, every time. It makes me go, oh, she's, there, but for the grace of God goes, Chi Chi. It could have been a Matthew Shepard story very easily.
Right. Right.
It's was happening around, all that kind of stuff was happening. Still happens today, but but
no,
luckily,
I remember being in the theater and struggling to keep myself from crying out or breathing. I was just like, I was
something's gonna happen because we know, we didn't even
that
have
situation. The word triggered back then.
No. But we know that situation. You can recognize it.
Yeah.
Without,
I was terrified in that moment, and it was
especially for someone that wasn't white.
Right. Exactly.
Someone that's not,
that was
straight.
Other. Yeah.
Who was other in a small town. You're like, oh, this could go really badly. But, the heart of this show wins through, and Bobby Ray saves. Bobby Ray saves the day.
Yeah.
God love him. Just so innocent, Bobby Ray.
Sure God does. there
I'm sure
many
he does.
Dresses. I love that scene. It's like towards the end when Sheriff Dullard comes into town. Many dresses?
Now the other ladies, while Chi-Chi's having her love affair, I think it's just a bit of puppy love. It's a bit cute to see.
It is. It's very sweet.
He changes the sign to "Gotta love that Chi-Chi."
I know.
It's a bit cute. Mm-hmm. Noxie and Vita are struggling to entertain themselves, I guess one would say, in town.
Yeah.
After they have done their renovation scene, I do love the renovation scene with the Wonder Woman theme song. Throwing the scarves around, and they
perfectly magically.
Exactly.
Yes. Yeah. Magic happens.
I love it. It's beautiful. The power of the gays, man. We can interior decorate like no one's business. It's done.
And just a bit of fabric and magic.
I know. They're sitting in the window looking. They're just looking. It's so cute. They discover that A, there's nothing to do in this town. B, there is a lovely little friendship that springs up between our big bad Miss Noxie and the wife of the former owner of the cinemas.
Yeah.
She is so cute.
She is adorable.
She is adorable old lady. I was like, why are you so cute? I can't deal with that. I was like, oh wow.
And I know I've seen her. She's a great character actor.
She's been in a lot, but I can't pick what else.
Name her, but I can tell you she's been in a lot.
Yeah. They discover that the strawberry social is coming. The strawberry social
they have to make it fabulous.
The strawberry social where we all make strawberry pies and we take them to the center of town
and we eat them.
Another Blythe Dana moment, but there's also the Noxie introducing herself to people. Noxie Jackson, Jesse's girl. I don't know if Jesse would claim in Miss Noxie, but whatever. Probably not. But they I guess they queer eye the town.
They kind of do, yeah.
This is queer eye before
they certainly shush up the Strawberry Fest.
They do. Well, they do the cafe first, the cafe / bar first. They have a day with the girls.
Yeah.
Where we get our obligatory makeover scene.
Paint
right. The day with the girls where they find clothing from the 60s, and God bless the store attendant, the stuttering store attendant, who is a little bit fabulous on the inside, and Vita can tell. Vita can tell. She's like, I love it. She gives him the Diana Vreeland autobiography. Yes. It's like, yeah, okay. But they have it coming out. The ladies, this is as much of a a moment
Right.
for visibility of the community. It's about giving the women of this town a bit more power back as well.
Right.
They are so
Female
dominated by
empowerment,
men.
fashion empowerment. I mean,
And like age, the empowerment of age as well. Everyone just writes off. Right, is it Myrna? I think it's Myrna as just a bit lost in the head because when her husband died, she stopped talking.
Mm-hmm.
But that scene where they're talking about Dorothy Dandridge and Lena Horne is just so sweet and so like she holds on to her memory book of the movie posters because that's what her and her husband loved and that's what Noxie
the
loves.
scene where she drops the photo and Knox is chasing her and she starts running in a circle.
I'm gonna get you. That's like Wesley Snipes. Yeah, Wesley Snipes. You can't tell me that is not like he had to have had fun. This movie had to be fun. Like, with the people that are on it, it had to be a fun movie to make. Now, in the background of all of this, empowerment and stuff that is happening, Sheriff Dolan is hunting down drag queens and looking for them in flower shops.
Big list.
Flower shops, ballet classes, like every stereotype.
Every stereotype in the book, yes. It was really with the shoe, the one shoe, the plastic, glass slipper,
Yeah. So it isn't all, roses and beautifulness. We see that, there is small town secrets, and Carol Ann is being well and truly abused by her husband Virgil.
And oh my God, talk about that tour de force. Like I was saying, it's like when he tastes the spice, and she she
has that. Yep, and then she has that reaction, and he doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't hit her, but she. Yeah, that hit me last night too.
A tour de force of head to toe in character. You could feel every bit of tension in her body. That is a beautiful moment.
Yeah, she's good. She is
she's
good.
So good.
I was like, you forget. Makes me want to watch. Wait, is it Where the Heart Is? That's the Walmart baby, isn't it? Yeah. She's so good in that as well. Oh, so good. But so she's being abused by Virgil, and as Venus says, "Do you ever not cry in this room?"
I know. And talk about that pantsuit that Vita's wearing in that scene.
I know. Work the pantsuit. I love the
burnout velvet in multicolored. It was stunning.
It was. Stunning. I love that they had that size in the 60s, but we're going to suspend our disbelief.
We're suspending our disbelief, okay?
We're going to suspend it. But they're also they're helping the younger generation as well. Chi sacrifices things for love and gets her final points, to become a drag queen. She does. I think that the maturing of Chi is something that is very relatable in young, especially young gay culture, when you go out to get yours and yours is what you get, and fuck everyone else. Like, especially in the 90s, I feel like that was very it was a cutthroat time. Like we were celebrating like Melrose Place and all these bitches get what they want, but being human is ultimately what gives her what she wants in the end, and I think that's a really nice way, and feeling empathy and getting out of her own way, basically. So they can affect people's lives in a positive way. Like, I love the character actress that plays the real rough woman. What's her name? Oh God.
Oh, I don't even know.
I think that's Myrna. It sounds like a Myrna name.
She has been in everything under the sun. She is a very memorable face.
She got a rough head on her. It's just like, you are. Oh no, it's Loretta. That's it. It's Beth Grant as Loretta. She has been in so many things, and she always plays the kind of rougher looking woman, but
Yep.
she is so good. Like she does
Well,
these
she was the original resting bitch face.
Yeah. The ensemble does so much with their tiny, tiny roles.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's obviously situated around the three queens, but the ensemble don't let the ball drop. But from the kids to the older actors, they're all like the interracial love story was cute.
Yeah.
It's just like there's not a I don't think there's a bad turn. They even educate the straight guys, as Miss Noxie
I know.
takes matters into her own hands, as it were.
Literally and figuratively.
Teaches them to, have a shower, do your hair, wear a clean shirt.
And say good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ladies. Good afternoon, ladies. But the big turning point has to be when Vina, Noxie, and Chi-Chi hear Carol Ann being abused again and again.
Yeah.
Again, a Noxie moment. Oh, he's hitting again. Most likely. She's just like, nothing phases Noxie. She's like,
I know, likely. Right? Well, there was the scene where they were all on the porch and they're just like, the whole town had a he's hitting her again moment.
He's hitting her again moment. Yeah. It's like these worst kept secrets of small towns, but sometimes it takes a drag queen.
Yeah.
Sometimes it takes a queen, and Vina after being called, after Chi-Chi goes there, after Noxie goes, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. You're a drag queen because you couldn't cut it as a man. Oh, and the wig comes off. Wig gets caught in the decoration. Yeah, it's like, oh, you've done it now. So Ms. Vina Bohem goes and takes care of business, and even when Stockard isn't in the room, she's like, oh, he's gonna hurt her so bad. Like she's got that. She got it down. She's so good. I was like, why is she so good?
That was amazing. That really wasn't one of those performances that you have
that
to
isn't recognized enough.
Yeah.
Isn't recognized enough. Like,
the distance and life make me appreciate so much more than I did in the original moment.
Yeah, definitely. Mm-hmm. But yeah, Vina sends Virgil running. And they're all having a lovely time.
Yeah.
With Virgil gone, things can be happy, and they fall in love. People fall in love. They dance in the towns, like in the main street, and everyone dances. Like that's the world you want to live in, right? People dance in the middle of nowhere for no reason, and everyone gets along, and everyone can accept each other.
And everybody's got a clean shirt on.
Right, everyone's got a clean shirt on. Sheriff Dullard is having a very, very weird introspective moment in the bar where he's like, strong, masculine women embracing each other. It's like
right.
Are you having a moment?
Your muscular arms.
I know. It's like he stepped into the Blue Oyster out of the police academy. I was expecting some big muscle queen with a mustache to come up behind him and be like, want to dance? Like that's what that felt like. I'm like, oh no. I don't know what we're supposed to think about Sheriff Dullard. Maybe he sees a little bit too much of himself in Vina and the girls.
I don't long felt that every homophobe is the fear of themselves. Not the fear of the gays, it's the fear of themselves.
Exactly. So they Virgil just happens to run into the bar and has a Cinderella moment with the see-through lucite pump. Oh wow. That is gorgeous. A gorgeous moment. I know who fits that shoe.
To the other gorgeous Spartacus moment,
which we're going to talk about right now. It's this is the heartwarming moment, right? This is the heartwarming moment where he comes burning into town, all one street of Snydersville.
Right.
One street of Snydersville. With its big old one table set up, ready to go, and demands the drag queens come out. And they come out in force.
Yep.
the whole town steps forward
Yep.
to claim that shoe, dressed in red for their Red
Yep.
and Wild Strawberry Festival. Stockard Channing in the red wedding dress, very
Yep.
symbolic, very nice. Like everyone is there to protect and
Mm-hmm.
save, and that's for them to be seeing this. I think was a lovely moment. I love it when Carol Ann's daughter goes to look for them, and she's like,
Yeah.
Miss
Antifa.
Vita, Auntie Noxie. They're nowhere to be seen. Like
Yep.
Lezamo's on the door.
Yep.
Vita's wrapped up in a shirt.
Vita's like pretending to be a dead wig, and then she puts
And,
her head up.
and Noxie even stands up from underneath the bed. She's like,
Yeah.
oh
Yes.
my God.
No, it was
Yeah,
Noxie.
no,
It wasn't Miss Vita.
Miss
It was
Noxie. Miss Noxie, yeah.
Yep.
So the town of Snydersville sends him running.
Yep.
Not only him.
I am Spartacus.
That's I am Spartacus. It's I am
Yep.
Spartacus moment. That's my shoe. I'm a drag queen.
Yep.
As
I'm
it
a
were.
drag king.
Yeah. I'm a drag queen, baby. That was like
that was a good one. Yep.
It was good. It was so cute. I loved it. And then
And
not only Dullard, but Stockard said Virgil Packard.
Yep.
With
They
not
certainly
with
did.
nothing, but I think the important thing is with nothing. She doesn't get
Mhm.
physical. She doesn't even really say anything. All that has to happen is for him to see her as a strong woman, and he knows it's over.
Right.
He knows that whatever's happened, whatever's changed, it's not
She's
the
not
same
putting
woman
up with
anymore.
his shit no
She's
more.
not. She is done, and it's like yes, it's one of those
Girlfriend's
Ricky
gonna
Lake.
start fighting back.
It's one of those Ricky Lake yes, bitch moments. You want to scream, you want to scream, you want to cry, you want to do all the things.
Yep.
And we have our strawberry festival. We have a dance party, another dance party in the middle of town in the main street.
Yep.
Where we vogue away and have a moment. And then we get the obligatory goodbye scene, which was really sad. I'm like, oh, they're never gonna see these people again. I was like,
no.
Oh. And she gives her the letter for Robert Mitchum. I'm like,
I know,
oh,
that was sweet. You gotta wonder
that
what
was
that letter said.
I know. I'm so like concerned. And the boys come and say goodbye to Auntie Noxie as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wearing
Chi-Chi
their
gets
clean
her
shirts.
Chi-Chi gets her flowers. You know?
Yeah.
And Vita
Mm-hmm.
finds a friend
Yep.
that celebrates her for who she is.
Yep.
Because Adam's apple.
Yep.
And it took like I love this part because it proves that just because it's a small town, she's not a yokel. Like she can see what's in front of her face, and you don't need to judge people for anything other than what they show you, just because what they look like and how they represent and how they, yeah.
Actions speak louder than words.
Like she changed her life. She gave her life back. You know what I mean? It was, it's a beautiful moment, and she considers herself very lucky to have a lady friend.
Yeah.
With an Adam's apple. I'm like, Stockard. Yes. It would be so easy to play that. So easy to play that character as a yokel. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And she has class. She has
wonderfully nuanced and
quiet class
layered
and dignity and
layers.
Really,
really amazing. I don't think I appreciated it enough when I saw it in theaters. I watching it this afternoon in my snowstorm. Yeah.
Context and experience.
Yeah.
Especially when she says, Vita, I don't see you as a man. I don't see you as a woman. I see you as an angel. I was like,
right. Oh,
stop.
Lovely.
Get in the car. I can't do emotions anymore. Get in the car. So they get in the car. They all decide they're going to stand up for what they want. Chi-Chi's gonna find true love.
Bobby Ray finds Bobby Lynn.
Bobby Rainbow, yeah. Noxie's gonna do Hollywood on her own terms, and Vita's gonna go back home and demand the respect that she deserves. And they've all, as much as they have taught the small town has taught them so much as well.
Mm-hmm.
But we are not at the end. We get the perfect cap on the end of this movie. Just when we fade to black, we go to the ceremony at someone. It looked like a mansion in LA, in California, and the new winner is crowned. Miss Chi Rodriguez is the new queen.
It was amazing.
And to top it all off, she's crowned by one Julie Newmar. I mean, come on. What a great little kaffa on the end to just be like, okay, gay, but fun. And that is to Wong Foo. And I think we have to, at the end of these episodes, we always ask, out of 5, how much we give the movie. So Vera, out of 5 Lucite Heel.
I gotta say 4.7 out of 5. It was.
Oh wow, movie. That's a big one.
Yeah, that's a big one. And I don't. Like I said earlier, I don't think I appreciated it first time around. But watching it this afternoon, it hit me in all the right places. It became so much more relevant. A really overlooked movie, I think.
Yeah, definitely. I think I'm going to agree. I think it's 4.5, nearly 5. It's nearly perfect, and it is overlooked because of the impact Priscilla had. I think people just go, "Oh, it's Priscilla. It's the American version of Priscilla," but it is a different movie. They are different stories.
Different movie. They are totally different. And yeah,
it hits in different ways, and whereas Australia will obviously gravitate to Priscilla because it's one of our most successful movies.
The gay culture here in this country gravitated more towards Priscilla at the time.
But this is the thing. These movies helped put gay culture into a visibility spotlight that it didn't have before.
Right.
Like the late 90s isn't that far away, but
move the needle,
yeah,
move it to a better place, hopefully.
Exactly. A brilliant movie. I loved it. I think there is not a weak link in this cast. Even the townsfolk, everyone is given their all.
Mm-hmm.
Stockard Channing needs like a crown placed on her head. I think she's a very underrated actress. Even in small roles, like The First Wives Club.
Yep.
She's only in it for like 2 seconds and you feel her. You feel the shadow of Stockard through the whole movie. But I'm gonna say 4.75. It's that good. It's that good. It's that good.
It's good.
It is good. So if you haven't watched To Wong Foo, thanks for everything, Julie Newmar, and you want a feel-good movie, give it a watch. Give it its space and put it in the context of the time it was made.
Right.
And let that go. Mm-hmm. Not everything can be progressive.
Not everything was. We didn't pop out of the womb woke.
No. And for its time, this was progressive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The fact that this even made it to the big screen.
This was moving the needle.
It's part of the history, folks, and it has been wonderful to sit here with you, V, and have a chat about it. I love it when we get talk about random movies, and it makes me happy. We'll be back on Uncensored Radio again very, very soon with some more
probably like 48 hours, right?
Yeah, 48 hours. We'll have the recap of this week, and there's some big stories to discuss. But until then, we hope that you have a journey of style and substance.
Yes.
Have a great one. Much love. See you next time on Uncensored. Bye.